Today has proven to be a most auspicious day because my friend Travis, enter the frame and smile, Travis has purchased a fuck ton of anime. More than I could get in maybe 6 months. He dropped, boom, in a single weekend. And I just have to be, I surrender. Oh, Lord. Dear Lord, I worship thee now. And I'm going to allow him to do the honors to show you all the things he got. Most of it is still in the shrink wrap because college student, no free time. In fact, finding time to do this has been like pulling teeth. But it is going to be completely worth it. So, I turn it over to you, my friend. Explain everything you got. And call me when it's done.
You got it.
And speak loudly. The camera might have issues picking up all the audio. That's fine.
Well, hello everybody. I am Nostalgia Gamer, and as Azriel Sword mentioned, I had required a lot of anime and some things that are not related to anime. For example, if you want to see, I have an entire bag's worth, so you can kind of say that I dropped quite a bit of money on it. So, as you can see, my face is away from the camera because I am actually trying to go through to see what to show you guys first. I think I'm actually going to show you the things that are not anime related, but animated nonetheless. So, after putting everything together, to start off with this list, I'm actually, again, going to start off with something that's not anime related, at least not streamlined anime related. So the first things I actually have, and I've been waiting to get my hands on this for a long time because since my name is Nostalgia Gamer, I'm a fan of a lot of old games. So what I actually have are the original Super Mario Bros. Show series. So I have that one, the first one, the second one, I'm pretty sure that's the third, and pretty much the fourth. So I have a whole bunch of different Super Mario Bros. Related shows. I'm going to enjoy watching them, as well as the entire series of Earthworm Jim. For those of you who are not familiar, Earthworm Jim is pretty much about the life of a normal earthworm. And one day, an alien suit came into play and landed on Earth, and when he got into it, he developed superhuman strength, and he was able to become more animated than he was in his entire life. So he was able to save people and whatnot. Now, to move out of that, now I have an entire animated series that I don't know where to start. So for starters, I think I'm actually going to start with... yeah, here we go. We're going to start with these. Start with these two. I got the Resurrection of F and the Battle of Gods, both in Blu-ray. And according to Azriel Sword, I got the extended edition, which happens to be a huge plus. These were actually quite cheap compared to in stores. So if you want to buy them, you can actually buy them at Amazon.com. And to keep going, I have the original triple feature of the Naruto movies, the first 3. And to keep going from there, I actually got the OVA of the filler. The only thing is nobody remembers the Hidden Waterfall Village. So, yeah, think about the Hero's Water. Next on the list, now it's time to get the rest of the movies because that's a thing. You're going to hear me constantly do this because not everything now is organized. So I am sorry for that. But, so, I do not have the first Shippuden movie, but I do have the second one, Bonds, which was really cool to get because I have been wanting it for a while. I got the third one, The Will of Fire. Got the Lost Tower, which by many wasn't the best Naruto movie. So I'll be honest. Got Blood Prison, which I actually like myself. Road to Ninja, which I have seen, but I would like to watch it again for some clarification. And of course, The Last, which The Last happens to be the movie right before the Boruto movie. Now, aside from all those movies, speaking of which, I do not have any of the series, so it's kind of a bummer. But I can tell you this, what I do have the series and the movies too would be Full Metal Alchemist, which I am so happy to actually get my hands on. So I have the Sacred Star of Milos, which was really cool. And I also got the Conqueror of Shambhala, these are both nice, and the fact that they're on Blu-ray is definitely going to be a big plus. Now to add salt to injury, my friend Azriel this is where he starts to get very jealous. Because not only do I have the original complete series on Blu-ray of the original Fullmetal Alchemist, but I also have the entire series of Brotherhood on Blu-ray, which, in fact, I am going to love and enjoy watching. That's going to be something that eyes will not be able to fathom. I will not have words. I won't have anything to say. It's going to be that awesome. I also have Soul Eater, which is a nice animated series. And since I have it on Blu-ray, the quality of each fight is going to be really amazing. For humor, comic, and comedic purposes, I have The Devil is a Part-Timer, which, if you don't know the series, if you guys are religious junkies like I am, your perception of what evil and good is definitely be very hard. Oh hey, look, it's Azriel in the background.
Being screamed at by family. Can you hear them honking horns and shit?
Yes, I'm pretty sure the viewers are going to hear that too. Because that was for a good, what, 3 to 5 minutes?
Yeah, if they do it, if whoever's doing it, I don't think it's them actually, but if they do it again, call them out.
And to continue down the series, I ended up getting the movie The Hellverse for Bleach. I actually like that movie out of most of their movies. And to try to keep finding different movies here because I have acquired so much that I'm even lost in translation here myself, I ended up getting the first 2 movies. Granted, this is probably one of very few DVDs that are not in Blu-ray, but I don't mind because I would just like to have it just for the sake of having it, for bragging rights. Now, what I do have both the movie and the series for, which is possibly one of my personal favorites, would be Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop was my childhood favorite series, and now that I have both the movie, which I've never seen before, but I have seen the entire series, this would be something that's going to be an adventure for me. Now, for those of you who are old fans of old cartoons and old animes, just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, I actually have the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, which I have been dying to get my hands on. And I have the newer movie called Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time, which happens, I actually like the duel. The duel was really good, it was well out, the story was pretty good. I like the villain Paradox. He actually had games, he actually gave suspense in the entire series. For those of you who are familiar with video games and like video games and anime all at the same time, I actually acquired Excel World, which is a nice anime for gamers. It actually shows what would happen if gaming became a real life thing. And I also got Phantom of the Requiem, which I want to rewatch the entire series because it has been a while since I have seen it. And Azriel has been telling me to get this series for a long time. He said, dude, this is going to be just like Durarara. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be just as confusing and not worse. So I ended up getting my hands on the series Baccano, which he probably would be able to tell you is one of the best series in terms of understanding it, if you can, character personas, and the plot overall.
It's 3 separate stories that have nothing to do with each other finally coming together in one glorious, epic finale which ties everything together. But for the first 3 episodes, you will be completely confused. Oh, and it's made by the same people that make Durarara, so there's a reason it looks the same.
Now, unfortunately, I do not have the series for this, but this is something that will be coming pretty soon once I get the money for, which will be the entire Trigun series. This was another one of those childhood series that I did grow up with, so now since I actually have the movie, I'm actually going to enjoy watching the movie again. But I would like to have the series over the movie. But beggar can't be choosers. Just like the last 2 things that I have on this list happen to be bootlegs. Unfortunately, Azriel happened to be my extra set of eyes to help me see that these were bootlegs. But for the fact that I actually now have the series, and it is a region, all these are region free, so I'm actually able to watch this anywhere I go.
The Naruto movies are region 1. Or,
yes.
Sorry, region A, because they're Blu-rays, and which means you can only watch them on your Blu-ray players.
Yes.
Fortunately for you, because if it's a region B for Blu-rays, then you would need my Blu-ray player to see them. So you're fine. You can see all of those on your DVD and Blu-ray player.
And for those of you who have PlayStation 4s, you're also able to watch them. But if you have different region CDs, there is a feature on the PlayStation 4 that allows you to switch regions, but you can only do it up to a maximum of 4 times before the system says that this is the region you're going to have to watch now for the rest of your life. But now it's the last 2 CDs that unfortunately I don't have the official version of, but these are bootlegs, but they're pretty good in terms of quality. I ended up getting Wolf's Rain, which for the most part, I have never seen a official version of Wolf's Rain, per se, in the entire series, the complete series. I have Soul Eater for the complete series, I have Devil's a Part-Timer for the complete series, but for Wolf's Rain, it was one of my favorite anime series. It was probably one of the most tear-jerking anime series that I've seen yet. And to see that this was a bootleg, it really saddened me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna beg for the official version, because for what it's worth, the CDs are actually really good. They're spot on in terms of the animation, the story, and the characters. They didn't really change anything, so I'm happy with that. And as a freebie, they actually gave me Vampire Hunters D, which also happens to be bootleg. About 99 of what you see here is in the shrink wrap, so it's never been opened, with the exception of a couple of them.
I'm just gonna like angle this so you can see just how much of it there is.
Yeah, if you see here, you're gonna actually see that there's quite a few. Look here, here, here. Again, not all of these are they're not anime, but they're animated series altogether, or animated movies. So this is, I'm gonna put the camera back to you guys, so please watch out. So for the most part, that is my collection. I did spend quite a few $100s for this, but it was well worth it because I was actually able to get not only my most favorite series like Cowboy Bebop, Soul Eater is something that I didn't say was my childhood favorite, but Wolf's Rain, Cowboy Bebop, the Mario Brothers, which again, it was an animated series, Yu-Gi-Oh! The movies, because I love Yu-Gi-Oh! In fact, on my channel, Nostalgic Duelist, where I work with Momo Faraxi, or otherwise Zach, on that channel, we actually go through deck reviews, deck profiles, ways to use cards, favorite cards of the sort. But back to this, seeing how I have so many animes that I actually like or will be introduced to, there's still a whole lot more to come. When I get to that point where I start buying another huge bulk of anime, I probably will be back here in this very room to go ahead and actually show you the next batch. This will be considered as my first batch. I think we've officialized saying that this was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 35 different animes and or animated shows / movies all at once. So I would like to thank you guys again for seeing the huge abundance of movies that I've collected, or types of cinema. And I'm going to go ahead and give it back to Azriel Sword to see what he actually thinks of the entire series, because what he told you guys in the beginning was, to be frank, was just the beginning of what he had to say. There was so much more that he had emphasized, so much more that he was able to show me in just nothing but emotion and non-stop worshipping. Which in my personal view, I am not a god, because I'm pretty sure there are other people out there who have acquired a whole bunch more at one point, more than me. But I'll go ahead and hand it over to Azriel Sword.
There's very little I can convey in words, because when okay, so I was going over to my friend Travis's house to, just to hang out, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to see what I got?" So he whips out his phone and shows me all his orders on Amazon, and with each movement of his thumb, I'm regressing into my childlike state. Words stop coming out of my mouth. Only squeeze. Just like it's. Okay, I have most of these in other releases. Like for instance, I have the DVDs for the original Fullmetal Alchemist. I have a different release for the Blu-rays of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Let's see. I have the exact same release for Baccano. By the way, also, if you haven't seen Baccano, watch Baccano. I have the Naruto movies. All of them now, officially.
With the exception of the first one.
No, you don't. I do. Yeah. But as it progressed, I realized, it dawned on me, he bought all of these in a single go. Like, my collection, I have paced out across several, like, what is it, 3 years since that I've been doing Sustained the Industry now? 3 years? He did this all in a single month.
We're talking about 35 different animated series / movies there.
I mean, and there are some that I don't even have yet that are on my list, and I'm just like, I don't have the money for it yet. I don't have the money for it yet. And he's just like, boom! Bang! Bought it all in one hit. Like, for instance, I have been dying to get Soul Eater. And guess how much money I have to buy Soul Eater? Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.
My oh my, what a wonderful day.
And he just drops the money like, BAM! Soul Eater. Shows like, okay, this one I'm actually very proud. I can safely say I'm the one that introduced him to this show.
Yes.
So your love of it is based on me. Devil is a Part-Timer. You want to laugh your ass off? Watch Devil is a Part-Timer. What would happen if the Lord of Darkness, Satan himself, worked at a McDonald's, a clear parody of McDonald's? And not only did he work at it, he is the best employee at McDonald's. Not because of cheating by using supernatural powers, but because he's a really good employee that likes his job. It is...
Let's not forget that he overall, for those of you who are religious junkies, as I mentioned before in the video, your perception of the devil, it will be misconstrued at best, because what he does here are what we would call random acts of kindness in the world, which is a good deed. So in the series, it's like, is he evil? Is he good? What is he? Because his entire goal is to be the best at McDonald's, not trying to take over the world.
And he's genuinely hurt by acts of cruelty. He stops. Like, there's this episode where a bunch of alligators break out of a zoo and are attacking people, and he's just like, because of the fear, he can regain his demonic powers. So you think, awesome, capitalize on it, destroy the area. And then he's like, no, I'm going to use my supernatural powers to stop the alligators and return them to their enclosures and save everybody. I'm like, you're the devil! You are Beelzebub, the Prince of Darkness!
But before we go too far into this and really confuse you guys or possibly spoil it for you,
yeah,
we'll just say buy the series yourself. It's actually not expensive at all. Most of these purchases I made were really cheap. We're talking about between $5 to $15.
Yeah,
The majority of them are extremely cheap. The full complete series, on the other hand, will be a little bit more. You're going to pay a little bit more, but as you can see, most of them were Blu-ray, so they were definitely worth it in the end.
Bakano came in DVD, but I'm pretty sure you got it for what, like 13 to 16 bucks?
Yeah, it was around that. Most of these were actually less than $20.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's why if you want to get a lot of these series, I got all of this on Amazon. Amazon's actually the cheaper of the two. Between eBay and Amazon, Amazon was the best because a lot of these purchases are there, and you know that it's going to be whatever they say it is. Not like on eBay where you buy it and the price is there and it's not guaranteed that free shipping. This, most of it did.
And it's, again, people will say, oh, but I don't have the money for it. I gotta go to, like, we went to Walmart today,
yeah,
and we saw Tokyo Ghoul, the standard release on DVD, for $24 and some change. I bought Tokyo Ghoul, the limited edition Blu-ray release, for, what was it, like $19?
Yeah.
$19. So I got it cheaper, and I got it much better quality with a solid hardcover. I'm like, that's what we're saying. Go on Amazon. If you're gonna buy anime or manga, you can get volumes of manga for a penny a piece. You'd be paying maybe like $3 shipping and handling. So it's like $2.99 plus 1 cent shipping and handling. $3 you got a manga, versus paying $9, $10 for a manga volume at a shop. So I am blown away, Travis. Can we take a moment, round of applause? Oh, no, hold head up high. You earned this applause. You act as if being celebrated is a burden. This is... Look at this. There are some of these I haven't even heard of. Okay, I've never even heard of Phantom. I assume it's good. Excel World. He got these.
If you're a fan of video games and anime, this actually puts the best of both worlds into one world. It's basically a what-if situation of what if video games actually became a real-life scenario.
And that's Excel World?
That's pretty much Excel World and stuff.
Cool. I mean, I got the series on DVD,
That's
but
what
I've been...
I don't have yet.
If you want, I can lend it to you so you can see it and then watch Badlands. Badlands actually takes place in between the series, so it's not a sequel, it's a midquel. A suggestion, if I may, for future purchases. This is one series I've always told you to get. You got Bakano as per my request, so please give this one a try. Please get Black Lagoon.
That was actually part of the next batch I was going to get anyway.
Yes! Oh, my hair. Okay. I'm so incredibly proud. My constant showboating of all my purchases and bragging rights have finally affected someone to the point that they are willing to spend, I'm gonna say, at least $400. At least.
If I told you guys it was more than 400, don't be surprised, because a lot of animes out there would put 35 different, because in the end that's how much it was counted.
You know what?
It was 35 different clips or different pieces of either movie or series. If you put it together, I spent a pretty good dime on this.
Say average of 20. Oh, good God! So over 700. Dear sweetie, finish up.
So I'll tell you guys, it wasn't $700 like he said. He actually did the math. It would have been correct if I bought it elsewhere. It was actually around $600 to $630, somewhere in that bracket. I actually dumped on all this. And of course, someone young like me to spend that much money, I have to have a job that obviously pays for that, or loans. And I have a job, so I did pay this off slowly. But, all in all, I was so happy to actually see the entire series. Unfortunately, most of this is in the shrink wrap. As you see, Soul Eater, shrink wrap by the reflection. Badlands, shrink wrap, as you can see right there. Excel World, shrink wrap, shrink wrap. There's actually a couple, let me see, a couple movies in here maybe that are not. Wolf's Rain is not in the shrink wrap. I actually took it out of the shrink wrap, because I actually watched the first episode to verify that this was not a horribly done bootleg. Naruto, the OVA, this is not in the shrink wrap. Actually, if you see it right there, it says that it has a barcode, which means it was used at one time. I checked the CD. The condition of the CD is good. I mean, like, flawless good. Also, let me see what else is here that's not in its case, or not shrink wrapped. The first Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Why? I'm able to put my finger right here, and so obviously it is not in a shrink wrap. But other than that, everything else is in a shrink wrap, because I have absolutely no time to watch it, and I would love to get to that point.
You want a slice?
No, thank you.
I'll give you the smallest one so you have something to try. Give it a shot. It's still piping hot right off the stove.
No, thank you.
It's got character.
No, thank you.
So yeah, the one thing that he got that I've been wanting to get, I can actually find it on the UK release for even cheaper than the US release. Like, it's like $1.90 is The Lost Story.
Which, believe it or not, I didn't get it for $6.99. I got it for like a few dollars. About $3 to $4.
Okay, so about the same. But yeah, nobody remembers this. I had fond memories of this OVA though.
You know, the hero's water didn't really matter much. You know, you start off by swimming through a little pond underneath a tree and into a village. That is probably one of the coolest ways to get into a village, if I do say so myself.
Rather than giant gates.
Yeah, giant gates, or traveling through sandstorms just to get to a desert. Village.
Well, I never understood that. Why would anyone want to live in there? The sand village. It's literally sand.
Complexion? I don't know. Skin complexion?
Yeah, dry, caked, and chapped lips.
If you use chakra, you can create a shell of your former self on the top. Just like a guy. It worked for many years.
Yeah, until Lee beat the piss out of it until it cracked into...
And Sasuke. Let's not forget, Sasuke also did that too. But I think we're getting a little too far ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Before this becomes an extra, I don't know, before this becomes a 30-minute clip, I actually want to say I'm happy that I've accomplished buying 35 different animated movie/series all in one. And as I mentioned to you before, I dumped at least between $600 to $630. So $700 wasn't on the point, but it was close.
Okay, closer than my 400 estimate.
Yes,
I kind of
a lot closer
lowballed
than that. If this was if I bought something based off of the idea of negotiating, he probably would be right. Maybe cheaper than that, but unfortunately, Amazon.
Oh no, there's no way you would get this for any less than 400 because it's just too much. Because even if you say that each thing was say 10 to 15 bucks, you're still putting a bunch of money in. It's
So all in all, boom, movies and a couple of series. Let's do this again. Boom, things that are not exactly anime related, but they are animated. And the last but not least, fully anime and animated. So altogether, lots of money, great anime series / movies, one happy guy. I'm gonna tell you right now, once I can finally rest from college, I mean truly rest, I probably won't have time to rest because I'll be watching this on my downtime. Actually, I've already started on Wolf's Rain because I had to verify whether or not this was a professional bootleg, and it happens to be that it was really good, so I'm probably going to dive more into that. But enough about me. I'm going to go ahead and walk away before I start professionalizing you guys to death, so it's all Azriel.
bro. Wait.
Oh,
In
yeah.
front of the camera. You, my friend, are inspiration to every anime viewer out there. You have no idea how happy you've made me by getting all these things. It is my dream to have enough money to drop just, here's 650 bucks on anime. Just for this month. And then next month, who knows? I'll get more.
Yeah, maybe I already told Azriel Sword that I probably won't buy for the rest of the year, but who knows? Maybe I'll get to that point where this will come in again. I'll have a growth spurt of anime purchases, and it will happen again. Probably not to this extent, but it might either be half or quarter of the amount of the total amount that I spend.
It's a beautiful. It's a thing of beauty just looking at it. The one thing I realized you didn't get any manga or anime video games. Like you got the Sword Art Online video game, right?
Yes, I got the second one.
Okay, so you did get a video game, but you didn't get any manga. So that's your next step.
Mangas that's something that's going to come a lot later, only because I'm going to try to finish my cinema collection first before I move on to the manga collection.
Good.
That way I can happily say that I have all the movies and series that I want, and then I'll move to the books.
Good luck with One Piece.
Yes, because One Piece is a never-ending series, and unlike the never-ending story, it truly is never-ending. They keep making another chapter each and every time. But that's for another time.
Yeah. Anyway, those are his purchases. Let me know what you guys got in the comment section below. Sorry, I'm eating an arepa. You know how you're Hispanic? Late night snacks of arepa. Con queso. Sometimes put a little ham inside. Delicious. Anyway, that's it for us. Again, round of applause for Travis. Did a bang-up job. I hope this inspires each and every one of you, even if it only means, $3 or $4. Drop it on anything that you see, anything that catches your eye. Every little bit helps to keep anime alive and keep companies able to produce bigger and better anime. You know how Attack on Titan's animation gets done? The company has enough money, thanks to us, the viewers, buying previously released shows to warrant creating such an epic series. So it's a constant mill. You have to keep fueling it in order to get back shows that you can fall in love with. Show your kids, traumatize your little nephew when he sees Ryuk's ugly mug show up and make Yagami piss his pants. I mean, it's again a thing of beauty. So let me know what you guys got or are planning on getting in the comment section below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more content, and we will see you later with more anime and manga reviews. Adios!
See ya.